It's Sunday. Be back. I signed up for another USPA competition that I did not get in for. I just wanted to. It's time to talk about USPSA. I've been competing now for 4 months. I've only had about 5 matches in total, and I just got my USPSA classification. So I am this close from B class. Literally this close from B class. It's cool. C class is cool to start off. I am enjoying it. I'm running my RXM in an aluminum build, so I'm having a good time shooting this. I think um, this last month I've shot this a lot better than I have recently. I've only had it since August anyway. First thing I want to talk about is dry fire, and I know a lot of people see me dry firing every single day, and they might not really understand what's going on or not really know or want to ask questions. Dry fire is removing all live ammo. They say from a room, but just be conscious. You should label your mags for carry and for dry fire. That would be smart. Me, I put tape on the ones that I plan on only dry firing with. These don't go anywhere near live ammo at all. Dry firing yourself. Um, get yourself a timer. I usually use my phone just because I can adjust the volume when I'm in the house. But when I'm at the range, this is what I use the whole time. You can set part times. It shows you how many seconds it took to get your shot off, do reloads, things like that. This is a great tool for dry firing or just wanting to get better in general because it gives you something to work towards. Like, okay, you can set the part time for 1 second, so you want to be able to draw and get your first shot on target in 1 second. So when you draw and shoot, it'll tell you if it's 1 second, if it's more than 1 second, if it's less than 1 second. So you have a metric like to judge where you are and if you're actually progressing every day. Uh, you can literally work on every single thing that you could do in live fire besides live fire. So you can draw, work on transitions, you can work on your reloads. You don't even have to you don't even have to have your finger on the trigger. You don't have to work on trigger pull. You can work on doing everything you want, uh, and never put your finger on the trigger. I use snap caps. Progression, I'm understanding that I need to have some weight in my mags, in order to simulate dropping a mag during a competition. But for dry fire, you don't need anything. You don't even have to spend any money. If you own a firearm, that's literally all you need. You don't need a holster. You don't need a belt. You just need your firearm and the want to get better because you have to be serious with yourself. You have to be real with yourself. Um, I have some partials targets set up. I have some no shoot set up. I have some just open targets here. And the main thing is when I am on to the partials, I want to really call out my shots. Okay, both both of those were C zone. Okay, both of those were A zone, A zone, A zone. Um, those were both I hit the no shoot. So like when I'm in my dry fire and I'm transitioning from each target, I like to make sure my grip is good. When I pull the trigger, I'm not disturbing the sights, not disturbing the red dot, and I'm getting my dot to settle where I want it to. You don't need a holster. You don't need anything. Like I use these little targets just because I don't have the I want to get better, and I don't have the space to be able to shoot at distance like I want to. So majority of my dry fire I do from my room, which obviously this is all the space that I have. So me being able to use these is huge for me because um, 2 steps back represents more than this little target. So they're scaled for like feet. So those are a huge help. But you don't need anything special. I don't have a special um, mag that I can keep pulling the trigger. I don't put anything inside here. Um, I don't use fancy lasers. Like you don't need all that stuff. You really just need to want to get better, and you can just use small tape targets. You can use targets around your room. You don't have to spend any money for dry fire. I hate when I see people trying to sell you on needing things for dry fire. You don't need anything to dry fire except for your firearm and the want to get better. Literally, that's all you need. Every single day, you could just set a timer and you could just work on presenting the gun. Move between targets. Doing that every day, just handling your gun every day, that will make you better. Working on manipulating your gun every day, that will make you better in the long run. I only get to go to the range um every weekend. Sometimes I don't get to go to the range. I only get to go to the range maybe twice a month. The other time that I get to go do live fire, I am here doing dry fire. Like I am doing dry fire for at least 15 minutes. Sometimes I do about 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at night, or any time that I can find the time to set up and do some dry fire, I'm gonna do it. Sometimes I don't set up any of this. Sometimes I don't put my belt on. Um, Sometimes I literally just sit. Sometimes I might just sit in my chair like this. I'll have a couple targets in front of me, and I will just index, and I'll just work on making sure every time I point the gun, it's exactly where I want the dot to be. So those are just small things to think about. I'm loving it. I feel like this last month I really improved a lot more than I did the first when I first started. I'm having a lot more interactions with people who are giving me solid advice and solid insight. But coming into the new year, I will not be shooting this anymore for competition. Once my 47 gets here, that will be the only firearm you see, at least the next year for the 47. I'm taking that time to finally like sit down and learn one platform and really understand one firearm for the entire year. So I'm going to compete and carry that, and I just want to really get the best that I can get out of that. Like I really want to learn how to be a good shooter, be a solid shooter, solid competitor. I want to compete against people. I feel like I have the skill set to be able to compete. I just have to go get the experience and the confidence in the training. I definitely need the training because so far I'm self-taught, and it's only but so far I can teach myself on something that I just learned. Like there's only but so much watching the video is going to be able to help me. But if you watch this whole video, I appreciate you. Please like, comment, subscribe. It all helps the channel. We are on our road to 1,000 subs, so it's free. Thank you.